over, stand aside my cruise control and overdrive. Need to take my baby for a ride. Ooh, she's like a smooth stretch of highway. Ooh, like a cool summer breeze. If my motor's running right, or we might lose control tonight. Got the shape I love to squeeze, looks that bring me to my knees. Oh please, let it roll tonight.
Hi everyone, and welcome to TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week as we head down to Bucyrus High School. Perfect place for a hometown matchup between Perkins and Sandusky. And I'm sorry, I'm getting myself started already about the absurdity of the Northwest District Athletic Board. I've been ripping on the Ohio High School Athletic Association, but apparently it's a district-by-district thing. And for some reason, Northwest Ohio likes to send teams all over Hell's Half Acre to play teams that are just down the block from you. But so be it. That's what we're stuck with. And kudos to the folks in Bucyrus because they really did run a great tournament. Took care of us great on radio and Tom and everybody. And, you know, so anyways, if you've got to go somewhere away from home, might as well be Bucyrus because they did a great job in hosting this tournament and looking at some of the Perkins fans that are gathered up and ready to cheer their Pirates on. And there it is. It's the Pirates at 15-8 on the year, and the Blue Streaks come in at 21-1 as the number 1 seed, and Perkins at number 8. But as I had talked about with Coach Kokendorfer, says, you know, you might be an 8 seed, but man, it's a pretty good team for being an 8 seed. And he kind of agreed. You kind of sneak up on people and trying to sneak up on the Blue Streaks here in the third matchup of the year between these two. January 4th at Perkins, Sandusky won 91-82, and on February 3rd in the Big House, it was a Sandusky 85-83 win. So in the two games these two teams have played against each other, the average score was 88 to 82.5. And that just sets the stage for what you think would be another great shootout. But what you can end up with is a typical kind of tournament game where defense kind of takes over a little bit and the offense is slowed down as people are a little bit more cautious with possessions come tournament time. So we'll see what happens here in the third week, but after the Streaks swept both games in the regular season, Perkins had a decision of where to go on the bracket, and they elected to jump in and take Sandusky on for a third time. And it's an old adage, it goes way back, that it's awfully difficult to beat a good team 3 times in one season. Perkins rolling the dice and hoping for the best in this one, and we'll see how it all comes out here in just a few minutes as the Streaks and Pirates get together again. I, for one, love this matchup, and the two teams are so gritty and gutty, they're going to get after it next. Well, yeah, and there's your pirate ship floating into Sandusky Bay. It's Noble Axe's axe throwing in downtown Sandusky, ready to bring you our first quarter of action, along with the folks at Restore Pro, disaster cleanup and restoration. And that we know is summertime on Sandusky Bay, and yeah, we're getting there, folks, getting a little bit closer as Perkins takes the opening tip-off, and we'll have the first possession of the ball game. You can see from the way they're dressed, Sandusky, the higher-seeded team, is designated as the home team, and Joey Dietrich starts the night out with a Perkins 2-0 lead. Take another look at the sophomore point guard of the Pirates doing what he does best, and that's just play with reckless abandon, determination, and getting that ball to the hole for the first 2 of the game. At the other end, Damar Moore doing what he does. Not necessarily bank him in, but hit it from long range. And you kind of get the feeling when you start that way that, okay, going to be my night, so I'm going to keep on firing. Jay Henlon picking up a foul just at a half minute into the ball game. This is Henlon guarding Dietrich right here. Raylan Collier from the corner with that pull-up jump shot that is rebounded On the backside by Sandusky's Dalen Green. Green on the attack. Rebounded by Mike Young of Perkins. Dietrich guarded by Green this time, attacking and getting fouled by Henlon. So Jay Henlon picking up 2 fouls in the first minute of play. Dietrich at the free throw line. Upset about missing the first, so you know he's going to be much more upset about that one. Jaden Rowe, followed by Mike Young on the putbacks, and Perkins is back on top at 4-3. Neymar again. A bit closer down toward the corner this time on our second look for Matthews Ford. The penetration by Henlon, leaving Moore open on the kickout, and pow. Nothing but net on the 3 by Moore, and it is a 6-4 Blue Streak lead. Already 3 lead changes early in this contest. Blue Streaks, when you watch them on defense, of course, it's constant pressure. Hands are always reaching for the ball. Just kind of takes you more out of a rhythm than anything else. Can give you fits in trying to get any kind of attack mounted in a half-court offense. Green with a pull-up. Rebound by Amir Aaron, blocked by Jaden Rowe and taken away by Rowe. Plowing through traffic, and Mike Young with a follow for a 6-6 tie. So Young with 4 of the first 6 points by Perkins, and this is where Mike Young is just so darned effective, is right in close to the basket. Young being in the right place at the right time, and certainly not by mistake there, as he ties the game at 6. Blue Streaks inbounding off their right baseline, just to the right of their hoop. Chase Gar gets the offensive foul. Joey Dietrich applauding Drake Venerucci. Not every player is willing to give up their body to absorb that kind of physical contact, but don't put Venerucci on that list. Amir Aaron now matched up with Dietrich. This is Kobe Brown on the rebound and the run out. Speaking of hands, Mike Young knocking it away and getting it off the body of Aaron and out of bounds. So we go the other way. With the Pirates in charge of possession here, trying to break a 6-all tie. Venerucci, a little bit too strong. Rowe on the offensive rebound, tries a 3 of his own, and Dalen Green saw that miss coming, so jumps in to swipe it away and gets the offense started for the Big Blue. Team's going to talk about the early goings and plot their strategy for the rest of the first quarter, while we thank the following businesses for their support of the North Coast Game of the Week. From the time Mike Young scored to tie the ball game at 6, we go through a little bit more than a 2-minute span in this quarter with no points being scored, which has been highly unusual with these two teams match up this year. More on that kick out to the corner, and that's Gar's spot. He loves those corner threes. That time off the mark and rebounded by Mike Young. Dietrich gets a break started to Rowe. And a foul called on Chase Garr. Pirates trying the middle, but nothing much opening up right there. And the Streaks knock it away again with a Zorion Bonner to Damar Moore. And Drake Venerucci on the defensive glass for the Pirates. Sandusky going into that trapping defense, and you have to be prepared for it. The Pirates handled it well that time. It happens even in the front court, though. And Aaron gets the break started to Kobe Brown, who breaks the tie and puts the Blue Streaks up by a pair. It's the thing, you get by the trap in the backcourt, you have to be ready because they sneak up on you. All of a sudden, bam, there's two people on defense, hands on the ball, knocked away, and Amir Aaron getting the break started for the Streaks with eyes forward all the time. Spotted Kobe Brown for the lay-in, and the Blue Streaks with the 8-6 advantage. That was a great look at the perfect way to run a break. When you're dribbling the ball up the floor, the eyes have to be forward and looking at what's going on and not looking at the ball. We told you that traps could happen anywhere. The Streaks constantly clawing at the basketball. So once in a while they tend to get in foul trouble, but that's just the style, and you get prepared to live with it. Here again, you can see Moore getting started up the floor. Where is he looking? He's looking to try and get it up the floor as quickly as possible. That time the Streaks turn it over, and it's Joey Dietrich on the run out. And the foul on Damar Moore. And if you've noticed here in the early stages of this ball game, Joey Dietrich is a hard person to guard when he's in the open floor, and a lot of people have committed fouls already trying to stop him in this game. Dietrich knocking down a couple of free throws to tie the game up again at 8 apiece. Dietrich on the rebound. And another foul on the person guarding Joey Dietrich. Trap handled well by Joey, finding Jaden Rowe. And then there's the Blue Streak defense again, just constantly hounding anybody with a basketball. That's not something that's just easy to do. He just tells you, okay, go out and trap the ball. You have to really work at it, craft it, hustle at it, be relentless. It's one of my favorite words in high school athletics is relentless. John Normington Slay too strong off the backside, off of Rowe and out of bounds, so the Blue Streaks get it back in an 8-8 tie. Get Coach Kokendorfer in the background. He loves people that'll give up their bodies for the charge. Venerucci did it earlier. John Normington Slay is going to do it right here. Can you get bumped? Can you get bruised? Yes, sir. That's why coaches just love players that'll do this. Stand your ground. Pow, it goes the other way. Look at Coach in the background. The whole coaching staff's just like, yes. Everybody loves a defender who will give it up. John Normington Slay, the latest. Well, there's that turnover again. Streaks trying to get the break started, but Kelch got rid of the one, but second turnover ends up in a couple of opportunities for the Streaks underneath before Kobe Brown unties the ball game. This is just almost a brutal exchange when Kelch got the ball back, had it poked away. One shot underneath. There's two efforts. Not good enough, and Brown's out there to knock down the triple. 11-8 Blue Streaks now the lead, and little did we know at the time this was going to start off a tremendous run for the Streaks, which really, in the long run, ended up being the difference in the game, because Perkins just never really recovered from this. Scherzinger alertly picks up the loose ball. Ball out of bounds off of Perkins, so the Blue Streaks with it back. And there's Azorian Bonner for the long ball, and then the undercut by Venerucci on the box out. Ended up getting Donovan Klein while he was up in the air. We'll get a good look again here for Matthews forward. There's Bonner. He's not shy about firing those three balls from the corner either. And watch Venerucci trying to box out, but little did he realize that Klein was off his feet. So it ends up being an undercut foul. Klein okay, and Blue Streaks getting the ball back. Bonner with the inbounds, and Weston Scherzinger so doing some defending of his own, as is Dalen Green. But, you know, we talk about both these teams and how relentless they can be on defense, and just nothing easy ever happens. Moore with a steal, and the Streaks lead at 13-8. There's not a moment's peace on defense. This was right after Dietrich stole the ball. And then look at Moore creeping in from the backside. And Moore turns the defense into offense. You've heard us talk about that a few times, and we're talking about both these teams. The Streaks just do it so well. It just seems like you're never getting any rest at all, and this time, this is one that really incensed Coach Kokendorfer. And he was waved by the official to get back to the bench once again. And I tell you what, Coach K is such an intense competitor, saying there's got to be something called out of this deal, but when you look at it, there's maybe not a lot there, except a whole lot of bodies crashing all over the place. And Coach K was out at mid-floor screaming at the referee, who waved him to get back to the bench, and then some of his coaching staff also kind of encouraging him to do the same. DeMar Moore ends up the 8-point run, which the Blue Streaks put on at the end of the quarter, from an 8-8 tie out to a 16-8 lead, and the Blue Streaks assume command at the end of one from Bucyrus High School. This was the Bicentennial. Wow, we are flashing back right here aboard the pirate ship out on Sandusky Bay, the old fish house in Huron, bringing you our second quarter of activity of our game of the week, and also brought to you by Noble Pins Duck Pin Bowling in downtown Sandusky. What does that look like? The life of leisure up on board, or what? Man. Back inside to the reality of wintertime, and our Civista Bank scoreboard showing the Blue Streaks building a 8-point lead after one quarter with that 8-point run, and they scored those 8 points all in a minute and 19 seconds of the last 125 of the quarter. So we start the second quarter with the Blue Streaks 8-point run intact. Couple of opportunities at the basket snuffed out by the Pirates. Collier dribbles right through the trap, takes it up the floor, and didn't get the roll. Jason Henlon on the rebound, back in with 2 personal fouls. And is Henlon going to back off because of that? Yeah, probably not. Weston Scherzinger drawing the whistle right here. It's a chance for you to do your own officiating. Foul? No foul. Yeah, that's probably a foul. Both bodies on the move. Who initiates the contact and who dislodges the ball handler from their initial position? And good call by the officials. Henlon off the inbounds, knocks down another triple, and the Blue Streaks now have an 11-point run in tow at 19-8. And the Pirates looking for a basket to snuff that off. Dalen Green on the rebound and control up the floor. Dual possession on the rebound. And the ball will stay with Perkins. Nice crowd on hand for this one, far away from home in Bucyrus. Although there could have been a few more fans in there, but making the trip down 50 miles away. Great crowd for this one, much better than what the crowd was for Perkins' semifinal victory against Vermilion. There's Dietrich breaking up that 11-point run of the Streaks by knocking down a three-point shot outside the arc of his own. This Collier drawing the defense in, and then on the kick out to Dietrich. Perfect. Pirates back to within 8 at 19-11. Well, your 11-point run comes to an end, so job is at the other end to get the momentum right back, and Jason Henlon gets that job done for the Streaks to build that lead to 21-11. Well, that's one that Jaden Rowe got away with, and Damar Moore on the alley-oop to Dalen Green. Green didn't slam it home like we've seen him do earlier this year, but he did just get the easy lay-in here. Watch this left arm of Jaden Rowe. That's a combination of foul and Academy Award-winning acting all in the same play. So the official lets it go, and here's your alley-oop. Pretty tough to stop when Green can sky like he does. And the Blue Streaks are back up by 12 again at 23-11. There's the story on your Civista Bank scoreboard. The hustle of Azorion Bonner. Getting on the floor, getting down dirty, and getting after the basketball. Steal on the outlet pass. Donovan Klein. Well, I'll tell you what, that's kind of like a wizard shot right there. How in the heck do you put that ball in? The run for the Streaks is now at 17-3 to open up a 14-point lead at 25-11. Henlon again looking forward. This time decides to attack. Steal by Green. And Donovan Klein with Dietrich defending just heaves it up over his shoulder and hit the perfect spot on the glass. And Eric Kokendorfer saying, we got to slow this thing down. Bunch of happy Blue Streak fans as we give special thanks out to these local businesses for supporting us here at the North Coast Game of the Week. Pirates get it back. Trailing by 14 points now. They don't want to let this thing get too far out of hand. Although the Pirates, as we've seen all year long, with Sturzinger just absorbing punishment and scoring to get them back within 12. We've seen all year long, you can throw your best punches at the Pirates, but they never die. They never quit. They keep coming back at you, as evidenced right there by the sophomore Weston Sturzinger. Streaks by a dozen. Bonner from his spot in the corner, rebounded by Dietrich. Boy, Mike Young was just standing right there and waiting, hoping that someone would find him, and Drake Venerucci did. So a nice assist by Venerucci. Rebounded by Drake. Great defense again from the Streaks. And the shot rejections. And then Dalen Green. Perfect from the corner. And the Blue Streaks lead by 13. Answered right back by Collier with a chance at a three-point play. And Collier is as good as they get around here at the free throw line. He's right up around that 80% mark shooting free throws. There's the three by Green. Second look for Matthews Ford. All the Blue Streak fans cheering in the background. But Collier comes right back at the other end, and he'll go the old-fashioned way for the three with that nice spin move in the paint. And the free throw to boot. Collier finishes that up, and the Pirates again back to within 10 at 28-18. Tell you what, you want to be a referee, make the call on that one. Who gets the ball out of bounds? You got three sets of hands going after it. Again, great shot blocking ability by the Streaks. Damar Moore off the nice feed from Jason Henlon. Now watch again. Defense of the Streaks just not making it easy to get those shots up from underneath. And you know, the interesting thing talking to Coach Damar Moore after the game is, you know, you think back to the second game that these two teams played this year, and how Mike Young was such a dominant force under the basket. I asked him after the game if they did anything to adjust to that, and it's a very simple answer. Nope. Collier gets the Pirates back to within 10. Jason Henlon, a little bit too strong on the long ball. Here's one of those great sequences once again where you just get an example of how these kids love to play, and they love to play hard. And I just love these matchups this year. Seen all three of them, and they have all been classic. If you want to know how to play the game, just watch these two teams go at each other. Jay Henlon attacking the basket and building that Blue Streak lead to 12. Moore launches another one from downtown and builds the Blue Streak lead to 15. To this point of the game, the Streak's biggest lead. Get Damar Moore on the sidelines. That's another part I love about watching this matchup. Both these coaches are as intense as they get. Never stop coaching their team. This us, we get bodies all over the floor. You're going to have floor burns all over the place, but the best part about it is nobody cares. Just keep on doing it. Keep on hustling, keep on scrapping. There's Kobe Brown on the defensive play for Sandusky, and the kickoff to Jason Henlon to make that a 17-point lead. A foul on the backboard, putting Joey Dietrich at the free throw line. Again, we'll take another look right here at the interception by Kobe Brown, one of the super softs of the Blue Streaks, looking one way, going the other, and there's Jay Henlon for the lay-in. Inbounds pass, quick foul, putting Dietrich back at the line for a couple. See Coach K not liking what he sees when he looks up at that scoreboard. Dietrich with the roll, knocking the first one down. And the second will get the Pirates back to within 15 again with 1:16 to go in the half. Streaks now with the clock winding down in the final minute of play in the first half. Just content to air this thing out for a while and look for the last shot. Green found the opening. Pirates end up with a steal. This is Gavin Hemphill. Ball knocked away by Moore. Rowe got it back, but the heave over his shoulder goes to Chase Garr. And we got the Blue Streaks on the attack at the other end. Kobe Brown with a couple of misses, and among all things, probably the shortest person in the floor in stature, Amir Aaron with a rebound putback. And those would be the final points of the first half. Time runs out before the Pirates can get another shot off. Second quarter belonged to Sandusky, 23-14. Our Super Fan of the Week is up next. It's brought to you by Sandusky Bay Pancake House.
Class of 68, 2 grandkids in there now. And we're going to Sandusky Perkins Pancake House.
Marianne and Mike are going to enjoy every bite, too. It's your Super Fan of the Week, sponsored by Sandusky Bay Pancake House since 1966. Halftime shows the Blue Streaks matching their biggest lead of the first half at 17 points. It's 39 for the Streaks. It's 22 for the Pirates, with lots of basketball to go in our second half. Stay right where you are. It's all coming up next. Man, either we shot this in the summertime at the Centennial, or else people are nuts down on the Jackson Street Pier this time of year with short sleeves. Ed Hartung and the group at Hartung Titles, supporting local athletics for generations, bringing you our third quarter of activity on this presentation of the Game of the Week. Also sponsored by Noble Crafts, Crafts Tavern and Shop, also in downtown Sandusky. Man, that is just such a majestic sight. Glad I wasn't standing in the way of that one. All we need now is the ship on the other side of that shooting back at him, and we'll have the total reenactment of all those neat cartoons from when we were kids. All right, there's your Civista Bank scoreboard at halftime. Sandusky holding the 17-point lead. And one of the things we talked about on radio at halftime, how one of the leading scorers for the Pirates, and Jaden Rowe, had not scored a point in the first half of this game. Highly unusual. You knew it wouldn't continue that way. Streaks starting the first possession deliberately in the second half. But that wouldn't last either, as you could correctly predict. Jalen Green out top, being guarded there by Braylon Collier, and Collier forcing the turnover to Benarucci, and here comes Jaden Rowe. Remember what we just said? Rowe scores first in the second half. Jaden Rowe scores second. Brady Legendo likes what he sees. Pirates are right back to within a dozen right off the bat as they come out of the locker room with the first 5 points. Dietrich looking up the floor, and he finds the man open on the backside, Braylon Collier, and Rowe left alone in the corner. He'll fire those, and he puts in a good percentage of them. So quickly, the Pirates with the first 5 points of the second half. They're all happy. And Drake Benarucci gets the shooter's touch, and just like that, it's an 8-point run to start the second half, and the Pirates are back to within 9. That didn't take long. Took 1 minute and 29 seconds to happen. A bumping going on with Joey Dietrich, saying, man, I fouled people a lot harder than that haven't got called. Jaden Rowe on the rebound. And the outlet for Joey Dietrich. Cross-court pass buzzed out there to Collier, but rebounded by Henlon. And look at this, an immediate throw down the floor for DeMar Moore. DeMar lays it in for an 11-point lead on a great outlet feed from Jason Henlon. Rowe again, keeping a hot start for the second half going, and the Pirates are back to within 8. Collier tried to make it 6. Pirates unable to creep any closer on that possession. And here's Dalen Green on the rebound and run out and basket. So these teams trading blows here to start the second half. 45-33, streaks by a dozen. Jason Henlon on the break. And a rim rattler rebounded by Benarucci. Not much doing down there for Dietrich, so they'll circle the ball out front. There's that patented spin move by Benarucci. He has gotten so good at that. Great way to beat the defense down low, and if no one comes over to help out, Benarucci will make you pay for that one more often than not. That has become such a smooth move for the Pirates senior. It has Perkins back to within 10. Basket good, and chance at a free throw for Drake as well. Stays at 45-35. Dalen Green runs it out of there for the Streaks. Green couldn't get the roll, nor could Kobe Brown. Backside rebound coming off to Jason Henlon, immediately starting up the floor. Feed for Moore in the corner. That baseline drive, we get a blocking foul call. Pirates sensing some momentum here at the start of the second half. Up next, some signs of good business. Please support these local area businesses at your next opportunity. Brady Signs, Noble Axes, The Crimus Company, J Bistro, S&H Blinds and Floors, Pizza House West, Streaky Bear surrounded by Sean Coakley and Todd Peugeot. Streaky looks a lot happier than the other two. Donovan Klein on the putback for the Streaks, and they build their lead back up to 12 once again. Rose spinning into the paint. Rebounded by Damar Moore. There's your Civista Bank scoreboard. We're at about 3 minutes left to play in quarter number 3. Jaden Rowe yanking down another rebound for the Pirates. Good strong move to the basket by Rowe. And Jaden just stays with it. Make it a 10-point ball game again at 47-37. Donovan Klein, some good defense down low on the contest. Head fake by Rowe, and he scores on the second opportunity to make this a 47-37 Sandusky lead. Have of Sturzinger rebounding that ball from behind without making contact. And Arucci with a nice move into the paint, couldn't get the follow, but Jaden Rowe does. It's an 8-point ball game again at 47-37. A look at Henlon immediately answering back at the other end. That's what the Streaks do so well. As soon as somebody scores, if you're not right on your toes to hustle back on defense, they're going to try and beat you down the floor. Henlon again making it a 10-point game at 49-39. And a quick timeout on the floor to save that possession, with Rowe scrambling to hold on to it for the Pirates. Thanks to the following businesses for their support of the North Coast Game of the Week: Good Time Lake Erie Cruises, Skate World, Ghostly Manor, Restore Pro, BGSU Firelands College, Wake Up and Waffle, Cold Water Company, Heartland and Wilkin Custom Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Helene Kia, Schmid Architects, Capizzi's Pizzeria. Hello, Aaron. What are those eyes? You just kind of like glare at you. You can't put a camera on her without her knowing it's there. Even when she's shooting, she still knows it's there. See the scoreboard in the background with the Pirates trailing it by 10. Great anticipation by Jason Henlon. Behind the back pass, and Kobe Brown just couldn't finish it up, and Bonner stripped by Sturzinger. Pirates on the run out, and they can't take advantage. Streaks will get it back. So great opportunities for both teams on that sequence. Tell me Henlon's not tough to guard. Sturzinger wins the battle, throws it down the floor to Rowe. Jaden finishes. 38 seconds left to go in the quarter, and the Pirates again battle back to within 8. Look at how quick Sturzinger can be, or how quick Henlon can be, but the way Sturzinger hangs with this. Henlon sees the pressure, tries to attack it. Sturzinger scrambles back. Henlon again with that little hesitation, and look at this. Sturzinger still The great reflexes to take that ball away and immediately look down the floor. And there's Jaden Rowe. So it's an 8-point ball game as we wind down toward the close of the third quarter. And in that third quarter, the Pirates did what they needed to do. They fought their way back into this game again after being down by 17 at halftime, as we've seen them do so many times this year. Just pick themselves up off the deck and get right back into it again. 19-10 in the third quarter brings us to a score of 49-41 after 3, with the Blue Streak lead chopped down to just 8 points. This third quarter comes to a close as we take a look for Matthews Ford. Nothing called there. Normington Slay taking the charge once again. And again, Damar Moore slow getting up off of that exchange. He would be okay and come back out and play while we go to our Fan of the Week for Snow Trails Winter Resort in Mansfield. She keeps eyeing up our camera like that all year long. She's going to get lots of Fan of the Week salutes. That's from Snow Trails Winter Resort in Mansfield, Ohio's first and finest. Well, folks, we've got an 8-point ball game heading into the fourth quarter, and with these two teams, you never know what's going to happen, so stick around. Be a witness to all of it coming up next. It's 49-41 Blue Streaks heading home. One more look out onto the bay and the majestic scene of the Bicentennial. Our fourth quarter coming up next, brought to you by Snow Trails Winter Resort, located in Mansfield. And by Noble Pins. It's Duck Pin Bowling, and it's in downtown Sandusky. There it is on your Civista Bank scoreboard, an 8-point game, with Sandusky leading Perkins 49-41. Young going up, and foul call. Frustrated Dalen Green because it looked like Dalen was just standing there with his arms up and got called for the foul. Young with 2 opportunities at the line. Knocks down 1 out of the 2 to make it a 7-point ball game at 49-42. Streaks with a deliberate possession on their first touch here in the fourth quarter. And, you know, when the Streaks do that, they're just kind of lulling you to sleep. There's Chase Garr on the putback for the Streaks. And it makes it a 9-point ball game as, again, we have an injury on the floor, this time Kobe Brown. Let's see if we can tell what happened with Kobe here as he takes off to the hole. And then just coming down awkwardly on that ankle while Garr got the putback and put the Blue Streak lead at 9, 51-42. From way downtown, Jaden Rowe gets the Pirates back to within 6, which is as close as they have been since the first quarter. Rowe now with 17 points in the game, and remember, he did not score in the first half. Putting together quite a second half here and leading the Pirates back into this game again. Zorian Bonner, a nice aggressive move to the basket. Again, you've got bodies crunching all over the floor. Sterzinger was trying to draw the foul, but in the meantime, Damar Moore was there to lay it in. And at the other end, Bringing the Heat is up next. It is brought to you by Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated since 1889. It's just one of the many plays all night long that you could put in this classification of Bringing the Heat. Streaks with their double team. Then Green almost got a hand on it. Moore does. That's Bringing the Heat, and it's brought to you by Gunlock Sheet Metal Works. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and refrigeration. Located on Columbus Avenue, right by 5 Points in Sandusky. Zorian Bonner on the follow. Take another look here as Moore got kind of caught between dunking, laying it in. But look, here comes Bonner wearing number 3. You know, it's one of those mentalities you have to have. You have to expect. You don't want it to happen, but you have to expect that your teammate's going to miss, and you've got to be in position for the follow. And Bonner did a great job right there in building the Blue Streak lead back up to 10. It's after Perkins had knocked it down to 6. The Streaks come back with a quick 4-point run. There's our super fan of the week right in front of that picture. Timeout being called on the floor as we head to some more signs of good business. If you get a chance, please support these local area businesses. Capizzi's Pizzeria, Crush Wine Bar, Wendy's, Dockside Cafe, Sandusky Bay Pancake House, Cameo Pizza, Noble Crafts, Schmid Architects, well, there's your time remaining in the background. Perkins with 10 points to make up in that time frame. Well, that time a reach in causes Rowe to take the extra step, which results in the turnover. And the ball goes back over to the Blue Streaks. You know, you can sit here about both teams and say, man, I can't wait to see these kids in the next couple of years. There's one of them, Jason Henlon. So many talented sophomores between these two teams, and Henlon makes it a 7-point run now to take what was a 6-point game and turn it back into a 13-point advantage for the Streaks, and they do it so quickly. Braylon Collier, 1 out of 2 at the line. It's a 12-point game at 58-46. Amir Aaron on the kick out to the corner for Chase Garr. Good move by Benarucci. And he gets rewarded with a couple of free throws here. One out of 2 at the line for Drake. And we've got an 11-point game at 58-47. We can pick out certain times in a game that are very key moments, and this is one of them. That's a dagger right there to make this a 13-point game again, or make it a 14-point game at 61-47. At 3 by Green. Important for the Pirates to answer back, and Joey Dietrich getting it done with his own 3 right there to make it 61-50. As again, this Pirate bunch just will not go away. Bonner had time to sight it up, as did Collier, get in position for that backside rebound. And Perkins will hold on to possession of the basketball. Zorian Bonner doing yeoman's work on defense before Young finally earns a couple of free throws. And 1 out of 2 at the line for the Pirates sophomore, makes it a 10-point game again. And Arucci trying to draw them closer. That would have been huge. And it'll make it a single-digit ball game once again. I'll tell you what, both these coaches work up sweats coaching during a ball game. Bonner again with time, just couldn't find the range. Two minutes left and a 10-point ball game at 61-51. Streaks keep the ball moving against that 1-2-2 zone trap. Boy, what a nice feed from Amir Aaron to the baseline cutter, Jason Henlon. This is what assists are all about. This is your play of the game, brought to you by Civista Bank, focused on you. Keep talking all the time about penetration to the basket. Attacking the basket makes so many good things happen. First of all, you've got more with that pull-up jump shot. Long rebound coming outside where Aaron attacks the basket, finds the open man alone to the hole because so much attention given to Aaron. Henlon knew what to do, and Aaron did as well. So the assist to Amir Aaron, the basket for Henlon, and the Streaks continue to fight off the Pirates, now building a 12-point lead. That's your play of the game, brought to you by Civista Bank, focused on you. Pirates now almost having to score quickly on every possession and get immediate stops or fouls to get the clock stopped. Mike Young down low, gets the basket. Streaks got their mission accomplished, though. They ate some time off the clock, making them earn it. So now it's 63-53. And there's the other part of what Perkins has to do, and that's just commit fouls and hope that they start missing at the line. Money man more, though? No way. 65-53. Dietrich doing a good job of attacking the basket and drawing a couple of free throws. 1 out of 2 roll in and makes it 65-54. Immediate foul on John Normington Slay. It's Damar Moore at the free throw line. Missing on the 1-and-1, so it keeps the door open for the Pirates. Benarucci from deep. Dalen Green back to the line to make this a 10-point contest. And the clock, the biggest factor in this one right now. Jaden Rowe not wasting much time. First opportunity, knocks down that three to make it a 7-point game. The clock now winding down to the last 10 seconds. Smartly, Enlund taking his time, getting the ball in bounds, eats some more time off the clock, and this will pretty much do it. Fourth quarter, Perkins outscored Sandusky 19-18. And altogether in the second half, Perkins 38, Sandusky 28. But it wasn't enough, as the big second quarter for the Streaks, that run right at the end of the first quarter and beginning of the second quarter, that 11-point run is something that the Pirates just never really fully recovered from all night long. It just built too big of a hole. So there you go, 67-60. Streaks move on into the regionals. The Pirates' outstanding season comes to an end. The first of many good years, I'm sure, under Coach Kokendorfer. For the Blue Streaks, next up, it's the Mansfield Senior Tigers. We'll have that for you next when we meet again on the North Coast Game of the Week.